Imagine standing at the edge of a quiet lake at dawn, the water perfectly still, reflecting the soft hues of an awakening sky. In that tranquil moment, you become aware of each ripple in the water, the gentle shifts that, though seemingly small, continuously shape its surface. Much like that lake, your brain is not a fixed landscape. It is a dynamic, ever-changing realm, capable of reshaping itself with every mindful breath and every conscious thought. Today, you are about to embark on a journey of discovery, learning how meditation rewires your brain through the power of awareness. In your everyday life, thoughts tend to loop in repetitive patterns. Think of these moments as endless recordings, the same ideas, worries, and memories playing on repeat. Over time, these recurrent thought loops can create grooves in the neural landscape of your brain, much like a well-traveled path through a field. When you are caught in these cycles, it can feel as though you're stuck on an endless treadmill, your mind running on autopilot. But then, imagine if you had a tool that could pause these loops, a way to observe them, change them, and even create new pathways that lead to a place of calm. That tool is meditation. Meditation is more than just a momentary escape. It is a process of becoming aware. It invites you to gently observe your thoughts and emotions, without judgment. At its core, meditation is the deliberate act of paying attention, and in doing so, it harnesses the innate power of neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is the brain's remarkable ability to change and adapt in response to experiences. It transforms repeated mental patterns into lasting structural changes within the brain. Visualize your brain as a vast network of roads and highways. Without deliberate steering, you may find yourself repeatedly traveling the same old, well-worn routes. But with meditation, you become both the driver and the navigator, capable of charting new passages through the landscape of your mind. Consider the experience of your mind on an ordinary day. As you wake and carry on with familiar routines, your mind begins to generate its habitual playlist of thoughts, stress, regret, enthusiasm, or daydreams. These thought loops can be comforting in their familiarity, yet they also have the potential to confine you, solidifying negative patterns that may hold you back. For many, these loops feel like echoes in an empty hall. They persist uninvited, never allowing silence enough to settle in. In these moments, you might notice that the repetitive nature of your thoughts creates a kind of inertia, a momentum that is hard to break free from. Here, meditation intervenes as a catalyst for change, offering you the means to recognize when these loops begin and to choose a different direction. Imagine observing these repetitive thoughts as if they were clouds drifting across the sky. You might be surprised to find that the clouds come and go, each one unique and transient. Rather than becoming entangled in the content of the clouds, you begin to notice their form and movement. This is the first step in meditation, noticing the repetitive loops without being swept away by them. As you continue to practice, you develop a heightened sense of awareness, a clear, attentive mind that can discern the onset of habitual thinking. This awareness creates a pause, a moment in which you can decide to step out of the recurring narrative and choose a new path. Over time, these moments accumulate, and the repetitive loops lose their grip on your consciousness. Now let's explore the transformative moment when awareness interrupts these entrenched patterns. Picture yourself walking along a familiar road, your steps well practiced over time. Suddenly, you pause, noticing the vibrant flowers at the roadside, the intricate patterns in the bark of a tree, or the buzzing of life around you. That pause, the awareness, is a shift from automaticity to consciousness. In meditation, similar interruptions occur in your mental pathways. As you settle into your practice, you begin to notice the recurring patterns of thought with clarity. Each thought loop that might have perpetuated negativity or stress is met with your newfound attention. This gentle interruption is like a soft tap on the shoulder, a reminder that you are present and that every moment carries the potential for change. With awareness, you create space for stillness. You become the observer of your mind rather than its captive. In those precious moments of pause, the rigid patterns of fatigue or anxious musings begin to mellow, giving way to possibility. It is as though you've switched the mind off on autopilot and taken over the reins, steering it with intention. This is where mindfulness as a practice shines. By consistently engaging in meditation, you create a habit of interrupting negative spirals. With each conscious pause, you are not only alleviating stress, but are also planting seeds for new pathways to bloom within your neural network. Now, imagine watching a time-lapse of a bustling city. Buildings rise, roads transform, and new skyscrapers appear amidst the old. Your brain functions in a similar way. Every time you practice meditation, you are, in essence, constructing new roads, new neural pathways that foster healthier, more adaptive responses. When you consistently interrupt habitual thoughts with mindful awareness, you are training your brain to favor a fresh route over the well-worn track of routine negativity. Over time, these new pathways become stronger, forming a network that supports calm, creativity, and resilience. This brain remodeling is a testament to neuroplasticity, the ability to rewire and reinvent your neural infrastructure through clear intention and awareness. This process is gradual, like sculpting a block of marble into a work of art. Each time you meditate, you chip away at the rigid structure that had once dictated your reactions. You smooth out the rough edges and refine the pathways until they become conduits for mindful living. Picture a scene where a river carves its way through a landscape. At first, it follows the same course year after year, etching a familiar route into the earth. But with changing conditions, perhaps a sudden rain, a new tributary joining its flow, the river may carve out a new path. Similarly, meditation introduces variability in your mental landscape, allowing the rigid channels of repetitive thought to give way to more flexible adaptive routes. As these new pathways form, you notice subtle changes in how you relate to your emotions and thoughts. Reactions that once seemed automatic now take on the possibility of conscious modulation. This is the delicate art of brain remodeling in action, a process of transformation both visible and invisible, gentle yet deeply profound. Emotion has its home in the depths of the mind, manifesting in bursts of joy, sorrow, anger, and hope. When you are not aware of your internal workings, emotions can come uninvited and overwhelm you like a flood. But as meditation reshapes your brain, it also refines how you process and regulate these emotions. Imagine a garden that you've tended with care. Once wild and overgrown, it is now meticulously organized, each plant thriving in its designated space. Your emotions function similarly. When they are allowed to manifest without guidance, they can crowd your mind, obscuring clarity and balance. Meditation provides the tools to cultivate this inner garden, helping you to nurture positive feelings while pruning those that cause distress. Through a dedicated practice, you develop a quiet strength, one that empowers you to observe your emotions without becoming entangled in them. When anger flares or sadness descends, you can recognize these feelings as transient visitors rather than permanent residents. This shift in perspective is a gift. It allows you to meet challenges with a more balanced, measured response, rather than an immediate, reactive impulse. Emotional regulation is not about suppressing feelings, it is about understanding them and choosing how to respond. With each session of meditation, you engage in a profound dialogue with the inner self. The repetitive thought loops that once dictated your mood gradually give way to a harmonious interplay between the mind and heart. You learn to anchor yourself in the present, finding tranquility amid the storms of emotion. Visualize a stage where a play is unfolding. Each character, joy, sadness, anger, enters and exits at their own pace. As the director of your inner theater, you become adept at cueing the right moment for each character's appearance, allowing for an elegant performance rather than a chaotic free-for-all. This delicate choreography of emotion, crafted by mindfulness, is the essence of emotional regulation. As you continue along this path, the impact of meditation's neuroplastic effects blossoms into every area of your life. The simple act of sitting quietly, focusing on the breath, and gently returning your attention when it strays can develop into a profound transformation of how you perceive the world. Over time, the mindful awareness cultivated in meditation enhances your ability to learn, adapt, and evolve. Repetitive thought patterns lose their power as awareness and focused attention create counterbalancing pathways in the brain. This fundamental change is not reserved for the experts or the permanently stressed. It is available to anyone willing to embark on the journey of self-discovery. Meditation invites you to be an active participant in the ever-evolving narrative of your own mind. It offers a space where self-compassion can flourish, where every breath becomes a reaffirmation of your willingness to grow. In this sacred moment of silent clarity, you learn that change need not be abrupt or forced. It can be as gradual as the dawning of a new day. The metaphor of the brain as a canvas is powerful. As you focus on your thoughts with gentle curiosity, you become both artist and observer, capable of repainting the mental picture with hues of calm and insight. The brain, ever malleable and responsive, adapts to this creative process, slowly but steadily crafting new routes for healthy, balanced emotional expression. Let us unwrap some practical steps to integrate this understanding of neuroplasticity into your meditation practice. Begin by finding a quiet place, anywhere you feel safe and at ease. Sit comfortably, allowing your back to align with your spine, and gently close your eyes. As you settle into this space, take a few deep breaths, noticing the cool air entering your nostrils and the warm air that follows. This simple act grounds you in the here and now. Now observe your thoughts as they come and go without judgment. much like watching leaves float on the surface of a stream. Notice any repetitive loops, a thought that resurfaces again and again. Do not try to stop the thought. Simply acknowledge its presence and let your focus return to your breathing. With each cycle, you are training your brain to disrupt habitual patterns, allowing time and space for new neural pathways to form. If you encounter moments when your mind becomes too active or you feel overwhelmed, gently remind yourself that this is all part of the journey. Just as a sculptor chips away at a block of marble, so too are you refining your thoughts with each mindful pause. Every moment spent in meditation is a step toward a more peaceful, adaptable, and resilient mind. Throughout your practice, pay attention to the way your emotional responses begin to shift. Perhaps you notice that the tension in your shoulders eases, or that you approach a challenging situation at work with a newfound calm. These subtle changes are evidence that meditation is not simply an act of relaxation, but a powerful tool for transforming how you feel, think, and respond. Let your mind wander as you imagine the brain at work. Imagine the scene of a labyrinth slowly being redrawn, pathways illuminated in calm, soft light. Visualize neurons forming connections like bridges over a gently flowing river. Every conscious breath, every moment of awareness contributes to reshaping the contours of your inner world. While the ancient practice of meditation has been passed down through generations, modern science has begun to uncover the mechanisms behind its benefits. Contemporary research reveals that the brain is not a static organ, it is vibrant and responsive, capable of forming new neural connections throughout life. This process, known as neuroplasticity, confirms that engaging in mindful practices such as meditation can lead to lasting structural changes in the brain. Picture an artist continuously reworking a masterpiece. With each deliberate stroke, colors blend and shapes emerge, creating a work that reflects not only the artist's skill, but also their evolving perspective. In a similar way, meditation is the brush in your hand, and your mind is the canvas. By returning to the breath, by noticing each thought without judgment, you slowly paint a picture of resilience, balance, and compassion. These transformations are not merely metaphorical. Scans of meditators' brains often reveal a subtle yet discernible remodeling in regions associated with memory, emotional regulation, and self-awareness. The repetitive loops that once held sway give way to well-defined channels of thought, a testament to the brain's capacity to rewire itself in pursuit of well-being. Imagine on your screen a bright image, a brain reshaping itself in calm, soft light. This vision, set against a backdrop of serenity, embodies the profound message that meditation changes the brain. With every mindful minute, the brain refocuses its energy, clears away the clutter of unhelpful thoughts, and channels its efforts into creating pathways that support growth and emotional balance. Allow yourself to reflect on times when you felt truly present, moments of clarity amid the rush of everyday life. Perhaps you recall a time of quiet contemplation during a walk in nature, or a moment when the simple act of breathing seemed to dissolve lingering worries. These experiences, no matter how fleeting, are echoes of the meditation practice you are nurturing. Imagine a storyteller recounting ancient fables around a fireside. Each tale is woven with lessons about life, resilience, and the importance of being present. Similarly, every meditation session you embark upon adds a new chapter to your personal narrative, a narrative that speaks of transformation, hope, and the ever-renewing power of awareness. As you sit in stillness, notice how the patterns of your thought begin to transform. Just as a storyteller revisits old fables with new insights, you revisit your thoughts and emotions with fresh perspective. With each return, you bring the light of awareness to even the darkest corners of your mind, illuminating paths that lead to healing and growth. This metaphorical narrative is enriched by the tangible science of neuroplasticity. It is a reminder that while your thoughts may be as unpredictable as the wind, they are also governed by the deeper architecture of the brain, an architecture that is as flexible as it is intricate, as robust as it is delicate. From the quiet laboratory of your mind, an adventure unfolds, a journey where every meditative breath is a step toward profound inner change. Meditation is not merely an escape from the chaos of life, it is a means of engaging with the very essence of your being. It teaches you that every thought, every emotion, and every fleeting moment holds the potential for transformation. Revisit the imagery of the brain reshaping itself in a calm, soft light. Consider this vision as a secret garden within you, one that awaits your gentle tending. The repetitive thought loops, once perceived as chains, become the very soil in which new neural pathways take root, nourished by the water of awareness and the sunlight of intention. As you continue to practice, you may begin to notice that challenges in life, difficult conversations, stressful situations, even internal conflicts, are met with a subtle shift. You no longer react purely out of habit, but instead respond with clarity and sensitivity. This new way of being is a direct result of the quiet work done within your mind, the intentional interruption of old patterns, and the deliberate cultivation of new ones. Your emotional landscape transforms too. Angry storms may become gentle breezes, moments of deep sorrow may find solace in calm acceptance. While the journey of change is ongoing, each mindful moment plants a seed that, with time and care, blossoms into a more resilient, compassionate version of yourself. The process is neither rushed nor forced. Like the steady drip of water carving canyons in rock over centuries, the small, consistent acts of meditation accumulate into something vast and transformative. And in this evolution, you discover that the mind is a powerful tool, one that, when guided by awareness, can lead you to a place of lasting inner peace and strength. As you near the conclusion of this exploration, remember that your journey with meditation is deeply personal. The science of neuroplasticity offers reassuring evidence. No matter your background or current mental state, you have the ability to change. Meditation is the key that unlocks that potential. A gentle, persistent reminder that awareness is the catalyst for transformation. Reflect once more on the image of a brain bathed in calm light, a testament to your capacity for change. Every time you sit in meditation, you are not simply passing time, you are actively reshaping the contours of your mind. The repetitive thought loops that once defined your mental landscape are gradually replaced by a network of new, mindful connections. And with these connections comes a newfound ability to regulate your emotions, navigate life's challenges, and foster an inner space of peace and reflection. Now take a moment to consider how you might incorporate this practice into your daily life. Perhaps begin with just a few minutes each day, gradually increasing the time as the quietude becomes a familiar friend. Remember, the journey is not about perfection, but about persistence, a commitment to return to your breath, to your awareness, day after day. In those moments of quiet mindfulness, you become the architect of your own mental landscape, a landscape that can transform even the most ingrained habits into stepping stones toward a more fulfilling, balanced life. As you set forth on this ongoing adventure, let the gentle light of awareness guide you. Embrace the knowledge that every meditative session is an act of empowerment, an opportunity to redesign the patterns of your thoughts, to build new neural pathways, and to find balance in the midst of life's constant ebb and flow. In the vast, mindful world within you, transformation is always possible. With each mindful breath, you are rewriting the rules of your mind, daring to envision a path that is lined with calm, clarity, and self-compassion. The journey of meditation is an evolving narrative, a living testament to the power of awareness. As you continue to explore and practice, trust in the process, and allow the transformative light of mindfulness to lead you toward a future where your mind is not confined by the past, but is enriched by the promise of new, vibrant possibilities. Breathe deeply, remain curious, and remember, the power to change your mind lies within your gentle, attentive heart. Embrace this opportunity to reshape your brain, one peaceful thought at a time.